Can you tell when a photo is faked, or is seeing really believing? Let's get into it. Let's be honest, since the dawn of time, people have been faking photos. Even before Photoshop, you couldn't always take an image at face value. Things like forced perspective, double exposures, and all sorts of darkroom tricks were pretty common. Fast forward to the 1980s, and now we have things like Photoshop and the internet. And we all know you can't lie on the internet. Right? Anyways, it's time to play
Real or fake? Let's recreate.
Okay, so today we're going to take a look at some viral photos and see if they are real or fake. If they're real, awesome. And if they're fake, awesome again, because we're going to break it down and recreate them in Photoshop. Okay, to start this off, we need some viral images. Okay, let's see here. Yep, okay, this one works. 2, 3, 4, okay, 5. Perfect. Okay, first off we have behind the scenes of the famous MGM logo. Now, this has to be fake. I mean, there's no way they did this in real life. Not only is this cruel and unusual, it doesn't even really make sense. I mean, think about it. Not to mention, some of those lines are a little janky. Okay, let's find out. Is it real or is it fake? Ah, yes, it's a lion at the doctor and appears to be getting a CAT scan. Okay, how they made this one, it's easy. Let's recreate it real quick. Okay, first thing I got to do is isolate this machine thingy. Okay, now we're gonna mask it out. It's a little janky, but it's alright. Next, we gotta flip this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the opacity down a bit and kind of just transform this to get the circle to fit. You know, just the circle really is all we care about. Okay, now we're gonna bring the opacity all the way up. Looks good, and we're gonna copy over this mask to this top layer. And ta-da, we're basically there. We just gotta touch it up now. Okay, easy peasy, basically just masking and a couple of small things. Was gonna match it to the one in the article, but then I realized it has an Instagram filter on it, so yeah, who cares. Up next we have this person. The old fried rice tsunami wave trick, I like it. This one's been around for years, and to be honest, I don't really know how he did it. It doesn't really look photoshopped, but there's no way that that's real. There's no way. It's too perfect, he's not even freaking looking at it. It looks like popcorn, but I don't know. I mean, I'm wrong all the time, so let's check it out. Aha! It's a gigawave. It's a sculpture? It's a art sculpture. Let's check out some of the comments on this one.
Oof. Your name just screams disappointment.
Fat like that, he doesn't need any more food.
Lol, you're probably fatter than him, dumbass.
You gotta love the internet. Aha, we got a clue.
I love the Japanese YouTubers who made this. They're called Mizutamari Bond, and this picture was a prank one pulled on the other.
Let's check this out. Holy shit, they were right. Look at that. Cool. That's the guy. That's the rice. That's the thing. Even though this appears to be real, it's still kind of fake, you know? But let's just go ahead and give it a shot in Photoshop. It's gonna be different, but we'll do the best we can.
Okay, let's go.
I found this very sketchy image of this dude off Google, and I got my wok. It took me, I looked for, I think, half an hour to find some decent fried rice textures. Okay, so first I have my wok here, and I'm going to do some transforming and some color correction real quick. Alright, now I gotta pick some rice. I'm just gonna freehand this, by the way. This one I think has too much vegetables. It's top down, so it's one-dimensional, but it is the best quality photo, so maybe I might use it. This one is questionable. This one is not even... that's not gonna work. That looks way better. Basically just copy and paste. Alright, rotate to break up this pattern. Okay, so now I'm gonna just draw out the wave. Looks like it kind of, right? Perfect. Okay, now we're just going to, you know what? We're gonna combine. We're gonna merge this. We're gonna mask once again. Now we need to add some light and shadow to this to really sell it. Increase the amount of grains. Okay, we got a general thing. Now I'm going to do one layer of color and then correct it all, and we should be good to go. So I think this is as good as it's gonna get, or at least this is the maximum amount of time I'm willing to put into this, really. Try to recreate this and send it to me. I'd love to see it, to be honest. And I'm sorry to whoever this guy is in real life. I'm sure you're a nice guy. Alrighty, let's compare the two. So here's the original, and here's my Wish.com version. Not a sponsor. You know, it's not half bad with all things considered. Sure, it's not the right proportion, not the right person, not really the right pose, but hey, what do you expect? I'm a fucking floating TV. Okay, moving on. Up next, we have Astronaut with a bag of weed. That's right, you heard that correctly. So this isn't just any astronaut, this is Chris Hadfield. In one of his space missions, he actually sang a David Bowie song up there. So, what's in the bag could be real. Anywho, let's check it out. Aha! See? Nothing to worry about, just good old little Easter eggs. But why is he still hushing? He should not be hushing if those are innocent little Easter eggs. Okay, this is another easy one. Let's just bust it out real quick. Photos here, we have the oregano. So the first thing we need to do is just get rid of these eggs. We're basically going to do that by just doing a bunch of cloning. Okay, that looks good enough. I think I did a little bit better on his arm than the original. Okay, now let's add in our 11 herbs and spices. We're gonna shrink this down. Okay, let's just drop it right here. Basically mask it out, and yeah. Okay, I think he has plenty here. So now we're gonna try to match the color and kind of get the flash. But now we have it on top of the bag, but now we need to put it inside the bag. I found some just plastic, black plastic with white shine on it. And the good thing about this is we can just set it to screen and it should magically work. Ba-da! Okay, so now let's put it in place. Alrighty, there you have it. You know, I think I did a decent job. The nugs are a little big, but no one's gonna complain about that, right? Okay, moving on. Alrighty, fourth on our list is Ollege of Architecture and Planning. I'm being told it's College of Architecture and Planning. Ah, I see. I didn't see that C there on the wall. Oh, I get it. It's a College of Architecture and Planning, and they didn't plan the architecture for this. Haha! Nothing gets by me. Nothing. Fake, fake, fake. Let's see the original. Okay, good. There is a little hope for humanity after all. Okay, so how did they do this Photoshop? Let's check it out. You know, the more I look at this, the more it does not look Photoshopped. Am I crazy? Because look at the G. Hold on. Wait a second.
What was once a beautiful entryway was turned into a loading dock. The contractors asked the dean if he wanted to respace the letters to make it look good, to which he replied, "No, just stick it on the wall because it'll look funny." Also, it's a loading dock, so who cares? But that isn't where our story ends.
That actually is where the story ends. Okay, so even though this is apparently real, let's still recreate it because why not? Okay, first things first, I'm going to isolate the text. Forgot to make a duplicate. Okay, so since we're shifting this over, we're gonna have to clone out this area. So I'm gonna hit S, Option. Now we're just gonna slide it on over. Make sure we get the O correct. Then we're gonna clean this up and take the C off. Alright, next I'm gonna steal this C, I'm gonna copy it over and I'm gonna transform it. Okay, it's a little janky, but I'm gonna fix it up right now with some color and a little bit more transforming. Alrighty, that's basically it. Hold up. Do you see that? Do you see? Is that Waldo? There's no way that's been there this whole time. Are you freaking kidding me? Waldo, you sneaky bastard. Alright, well, another one done. I didn't get it perfect, but then again, I only spent like 5 minutes on it, and you know what? They didn't care to get it right, so why should I? Waldo, I swear to God. Okay, last but not least, we have this thick boy.
Boy, he's thick.
Look at him.
Wow, look at him. Just look at him. Oh, that stinks.
I want this to be real so bad. He's just a squish, I think. Let's see. Yep. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Alright, that's good enough proof for me. Alright, let's go over this so maybe you can chonkify your cat or something later. Alright, let's get it. The first thing we're gonna do is isolate the background from the giraffe. Okay, that took longer than I thought. Okay, now let's separate the background. Clone stamp, clone stamp. Okay, I went a little too harsh on this line right here, but now we have them separated at least. So I think what they did actually is they chopped off the middle parts of the legs. So we're gonna get to chopping. Okay, so before I go any further this is not what they did. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to warp . Okay, that didn't work either, so we're gonna do a combination of both. I'm gonna be doing some chopping of the feet, and I'm gonna do some dancing of the body. Alright, we got the legs done, I think. Next we gotta do the neck, and add a little shadow, and I think we're done. Alrighty folks, well there you have it. It's not 100% correct, there's a little bit of cropping issue, but yeah, you get the picture. Alright, well that pretty much wraps up this episode. It was a ton of fun to make, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Or if you have a photo that you're not sure if it's Photoshop or how it was Photoshopped, send it my way over at Walker Studio on Instagram. I may feature it in a future video. Okie dokie. If you want to see more videos like this, all you gotta do is hit the thumbs up and maybe even subscribe. Alrighty, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.